What's up, y'all? We're back into the shop. This week we're going to talk about some of the most underrated baits that you can use, especially for catching walleye fishing here as we roll into the summer months. As we get into summer, guys, we're going to start having a lot of bug hatches. Mayflies are in full effect right now. We've got a lot of caddisflies, and there's a lot of stuff going on under the water as well. A lot of times when that happens, your traditional jig and plastic doesn't work as much. Pulling worms on harnesses with bottom bouncers is still a successful way to catch them, but there's a few things that you can do to really increase your success, and they're super simple and they're very cost effective. They've been some of my favorite ways to catch fish here the last 5 years out there, whether I'm fishing them in the river or out in the lake. Now, granted, guys, if you're in the river, you're gonna have a little bit more current, so just think about that when you're choosing your baits. Maybe upsize a little bit. But as you get out into Lake St Clair and that current falls off, you can really start to use some of these baits and really key in on some good bites. The first thing we're going to talk about is a tried and true method. It's been around for a very, very long time. We've talked about it on the podcast. We've talked about it here as well. And for some reason, I don't know why many guys don't utilize it as much, but it's pretty simple. 1/2 ounce and 3/8 ounce jigs. These are some of my favorite jigs here. These are the ones from Fat Boy. We also use the Northland jigs as well. The VMCs work pretty well as well. These ones do a good job of holding the worms on, but either a 1/2 ounce or 3/8 ounce jig, and old reliable. Guys, you won't believe how much success you'll have with just a plain jig and a crawler. Typically, I knit my crawlers down. I use about 1/2 of a crawler on there, thread it on just like you would a plastic. You'll have that worm basically dangling right off the jig. But it's a very effective way to catch walleyes, especially when the bugs are hatching. The way that some of these small jig looks with a night crawler hanging off the back and you drop that in the water, that night crawler starts to float. It looks a lot like a little bug or a little fly that's hatching down there. These are incredible baits. You can fish them in 10 foot of water. You can fish them in 30 foot of water. But using a simple jig and crawler, and a lot of the times, guys, we like to fish them vertical. I like fishing vertical, but I don't mind if there's certain areas where I can pitch or cast. When we run guide trips out there, a lot of the times my customers can kind of do whatever they want. And that's the beauty of these. You can jig them vertical. You can cast and retrieve them. You can drag them. Some of our biggest fish of the summer come from simply dragging a crawler on the bottom and letting those big lethargic fish catch them. But that is a really good way to catch them and extremely cost effective. You're already buying the worms to pull them, so when you throw them on a jig, you wouldn't believe the success that you'll have. The other way that I love to fish these fish, and I really love to fish them, and we've already done a segment on this, but I think it's important to touch on as we roll into summer and throw out some new content for you guys, are the Jigging Wraps. These fish get super, super aggressive in the summer, and a lot of the times a reactionary bite on these things is the way to go. The wings that are on these, if you've never used a Jigging Wrap before, these wings give it a really erratic movement when you give them a jig. And we like to, what we call it, snap jig, but we like to give them a good little pop, get them off the ground and let those wings do the work, and then slowly let it, back down to the bottom. And with those wings, it'll glide back down to the bottom. 99% of the time, those fish are going to bite on the way down. So what you're going to want to do is watch your line. See if you can see your line jump. See if you see anything different with your rod tip or your line. Because a lot of times you'll watch it jump as these fish hit it down on the bottom. And when you go to get up and get that next snap jig, a lot of times that fish is on. These Jigging Wraps, especially these two colors, this one here is our purple shiner, but also the regular perch color in this is a really good one. This one here is a cool color, that purple with the gold on the bottom. And then purple descent. I mean, you really can't beat the purple descent. It's that purple with that pearl on the bottom. But these two here are really good. We've got a full selection, obviously, here at the store. We don't have them online, so you'll have to come check them out in store. And if you have any questions, obviously, you can reach out and come ask us. But if you guys want to do something different this summer, you want to continue to catch walleyes, we continue to catch walleyes into August using these techniques here. And we've had it out there where, a buddy's out there using a regular jig and plastic and they're having a hard time getting bit, and we switch over to these. And we get absolutely crushed on them. Another fun thing about the Jigging Wrap, this can be a awesome bait to cast and retrieve it back to the boat, whether you're popping it back or you're snap jigging it back to the boat. We'd really like to do a video on the water with these Jigging Wraps. Let us know below down in the comments if that's something you'd want to see, how to fish these and how we fish them out on the open water. But next time you guys are in the shop, whether you come to our store, we prefer that, or a different store, check it out, guys. Get yourself some jigs, 1/2 ounce, 3/8 ounce jigs, downsize a little bit, or check out the Jigging Wraps. Don't forget Old Reliable. Night crawlers will never do you wrong in the summer, you guys. And hopefully that this will lead to more success and more catches, and hopefully some more full live wells. If you guys got any questions, obviously you can reach out to us here on YouTube, find us on Facebook, on Instagram. Let us know down below in the comments if this is something you've tried. But other than that, guys, I don't have much. We're looking forward to seeing you guys on the next episode, and we'll see you at the next Into the Shop. Adios.